Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderfall Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today's video, well, there has been another one of the Warscrolls found in one of the new repackaged box sets for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, and it's a little bit different. And this time we've actually got an Orc box, or an Orruk box. Whatever you want to call them, I enjoy it in fact, and it is the Orruk Brutes box that we found repackaged, and someone has posted the Warscroll inside, or at least the profile part of the Warscroll. We still don't see any rules at all on these Warscrolls. Now, the one thing to note here is we do get all the same weapons here with the Orruk. So we've got the pair of Brute Choppers, Jagged Gore Hacker, Gore Chopper, Boss Chopper, and the Boss Claw and Brute Smasher. So the different variations of the weapons here, all pretty darn cool. Now, this one is, I guess, a little bit more simple than, say, some of the Stormcast ones, because it doesn't appear to be too many changes, but I do think there are some interesting things to point out in this already, and just to sort of talk about where the game is maybe going with these. So, for starters, their base profile with move, save, wounds, and bravery all remains the same. Brutes staying on a 4-up save is really cool. I think this is definitely something that we're going to be looking at in the future when we see maybe Ardboys dropping down to a 4-up save as well, thanks to their shields and getting rid of all the ward save bonuses and all that stuff to them. But I think 4-up is going to be a lot more common and a lot more heavy armor, and generally if you've got a shield, I think you're going to be a 3-up now. So I'd be interested to see where some of the other Orruk units go that are a bit more heavily armored, and maybe the mounted units like the Gore Grunters maybe might go to a 3-up save. I really be interested to see how that all sort of goes together there. Wounds 3 stays the same, so Orruks already had enough wounds on them. Their bravery pretty much stays the same, and the movement of 4 is okay on them as well. Where it really gets interesting to talk about, though, is the different types of weapons we have. So, first of all, we've got the pair of Brute Choppers melee. This doesn't change at all in its profile, and neither does the Boss Chopper or the Boss Claw and Brute Smasher. Both of those weapons stay the same on their profiles in their entirety. So, some different things there. However, the Jagged Gore Hacker and the Gore Chopper, the more heavy weapons of the unit, definitely do change. And the one main thing they change on these is their rend increases by a single point. This is the only change on the entire Warscroll, but I think it's an interesting one to talk about, because we've seen this rend increase come on all the different Stormcast Warscrolls now. So I definitely do think we're going to see rend increase game-wide a lot to counteract the fact that we're doing this whole sort of save stacking mini game within the game. I think rend is definitely going to increase. This means the ability to bring multiple high rend units to the game with different armies now is going to limit the ability of that multi-stacking. Sure, you can get Archaon up to a 2-up save, ignoring 2 points of rend or whatever you want, but that means all those buffs are on Archaon, and it means they aren't other places. The benefit of having high rend in multiple units completely gets out of that sort of hole that you dig when you can't kill something. Because if someone uses all those buffs on account, well, then go fight something else. And be fighting multiple things at the same time, because what this can do is it can allow you to draw out and maybe sacrifice some units as some bait, or some sacrificial lambs, if you will, to sort of draw out your opponent's things and hit where you really want to later in the combat. It means as combats go on, they actually get more deadly, or they start more deadly because your opponent's banking on saving stuff to keep certain units alive. This is just a really cool thing that I think the high rend will bring to the game, and it can help even out that sort of save stacking, I guess, meta we can find ourselves sometimes in at the moment. I'd really love to know your thoughts, though. What else do we reckon we're going to see from Orruk? It doesn't appear that they're going to get too many changes just off the basis of this Warscroll, and seeing sort of how Kruleboyz as well, a lot of their Warscrolls sort of fit in the general Orc mold we already have with the general stats and stuff and profiles we're seeing from their weapons. Extra rend, though, are you a fan of this in the game, or would you rather just see that save stacking go away? I think the two can combine to create an interesting game. I'm really not that fussed with save stacking. It hasn't really become a big thing in many games I've played so far. I think it's spoken about a lot more than in maybe the higher echelons of competitive play than it is in more casual play. I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions on it, though. Well, thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And while you're at it, if you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fire community here at Cinderfall Gaming, you can do so by coming and joining our Discord, of which there is a link in the description of the video to go and join. Also, if you'd like to help support the channel in another way, you can do so either by Patreon, YouTube members, or by going and purchasing some merch on our Teespring store. You can find the links to all three in the description of the video, once again, to Patreon, YouTube members, and to our merch store on Teespring. But also, we'd like to give a special shout out to everyone who helps support the channel via Patreon and YouTube members. So, thank you to our patrons Christian Weir, James, Soren, Chaos Spawn, AJC, Kenny Lowell, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, Tim Newman, The Rising Ape, Cure Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, MJ, and Dynat226. And a special thank you as well to our YouTube members Green Roots Gaming, Kenton Young, Steve T, The Real Zeop, Chris Wallace, Turai12, Vinny, Lock Lorick, Matt Mollin, Becca Kinski Groupie, The Johnny84, and El Mapache. Thank you as well, a special thanks especially to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel. An absolute legend of a person. And then thank you as well to the legend that is Xmorphic. He does so much amazing work in the background of our Discord server, making sure everything works and looks nice and pretty there for us all to enjoy. So that's enough said from me though. Thank you all for watching. Once again, stay safe everyone, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.